Well, hi everybody, and welcome back to Shotlet Family Firewood. Today is not going to be the most action-packed video I've had. It's the first time that I've really gotten out of the house to do anything um, all week. I did go to work, but it's been a long week here. The flu came through, and uh, 3 out of the 4 of us took our turn with it. Anyway, I'm just getting over it now. Still not feeling 100%, but we need to make up some bundles. The roadside stand at the house here is pretty much wiped out of bundles. And I figured it's something that I can do while I'm not feeling 100%. So we're going to go over a bundling process just a little bit. And then we're going to load the firewood stand if I can get the camera to sit still. It's a little windy out there, so that might be a little easier said than done. But come along, we're going to start making some handles. Then I need to make up 10 of the smaller bundles, which are 0.75 cubic feet, and then I need to make up about 5 of the larger bundles, and those are roughly 1 1/3 cubic feet. All right, guys, never mind my mess here. I got this old grill. It's a smoker grill, and it just kind of sits here. I've used it as a catch-all now for a while, but I use it as my measuring for the handles for my bundles. So there's these two, I guess they're lid holder opener brackets, and they just happen to be the right measurement for my handles. So we're going to make up 10 bundles in this batch. So I need 10 handles, and it's simple as measure and cut. And this is just baler twine. This is actually plastic baler twine. I've had it kind of use it for everything, but I have 2 different size handles because on the smaller bundles we can staple them right on the top and not have an issue. On the larger bundles I have to staple them on the end, so I have to make them longer. And we'll make some larger bundles here in a little bit. But we're going to make 10 of the smaller bundles here first. Okay, so then I get those cut, and then I got to quickly just tie 1 overhand knot in the end of each side. So 2 in each string. And now when we go to staple them, we put the staple just on this side here, right here, and then the overhand knot can't pull through the staple. So that's how we make our handles. Okay, so we got our 10 handles made for the small bundles. Now we need to make them for the large bundles. And the only difference on the large bundles is I go from this thing to the end of the grill. So those are the long ones. And I need 5 of these, I think. So and then the same thing, I got to tie knots in these. Let me show you. So here's the length difference in the 2. And again, that's because these get stapled on top and these have to go to the ends. So we'll show you that when we get the bundles made. So we're going to make some bundles today. I've got 2 different size bundles. This one right here is my 3/4 cubic foot bundles. And I have the cheapest jig possible to make, really. This is the base of an old office chair that I picked up off the side of the road during garbage days. And then it's just some 2x4s to make the jig. So park it by a basket of splits. These just came out of the kiln, actually. The new kiln that hopefully I'll show soon. But, you know, sorry about the air compressor. But we've all seen bundles made. Make them the same way as everybody else. Pile the wood in. This one seems to be a basket of all maple. Some kind of curvier stuff than normal. But we need to make about 10 of these smaller ones. Anyway, just for good measure, I like to go above the rails a little bit if I have to. Make sure that people are getting their money's worth. So then I have this 5-inch wrap. This is what I buy at local at our Menards store. It's just easier to get it when I need it that way. And kind of like the Wolfridge Express wrapper that everybody's showing, I've actually been using this longer than that's been out. I did steal the idea from another YouTube channel that had something similar to this. I can't think of who it was right now, but it's not an original idea to my channel. But then I got labels made up. And then we have our bundle made up. So then for the handles on these short ones, we put the handles on the top just like so. I have an air nailer, hence why you heard the air compressor. Shoot the top of one side. And that's why I really like this spinning jig. And just like that, one bundle made. And these handles are solid. I know some people say it's a liability to put handles on. I guess I can see that it can be, but I don't have an issue. So we'll do one more. I'll bring you in and show you the handles. But this isn't rocket science. I know everybody has their way of doing bundles. I just thought I'd show you mine again. I've shown this before, but I'm not real in depth. Mainly because I don't think I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. But And like everybody else, you gotta jumble them around a little bit, find ones that fit. That's probably the worst part about these square jigs, is that these pieces of wood are never perfect for fitting in the jig. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 pieces in this one. Again, my bundle wood is split fairly small. And then nice, I just spun it to the other end. Typically then I'll do 3 wraps. 1, 2, and 3. Grab my label. And then we'll do 2 more. 1, 2 more. Keep the label on. Put the wrap down, grab a handle. So I'll bring you in, show you this handle. So again, we have the knot and the handle, and all we have to do is staple on the inside of the knot. That way, and I'll show you closer when we're done here, but that way the handle can't pull through the staple. So simple as that. So there, that way the handle can slip, and actually this one's not gonna because it's in that tight, but it could slip, but it won't pull past that knot. And that's what gives me the security of not having to worry about the handles very much. So anyway, that's our bundling process. That's bundle 2. And they stack together real nice. So anyway, that's all our bundle practice and doing that for the camera. You know, it took, I don't know, a few minutes a piece, but we can go faster when we're not trying to explain it. So I need to do about 8 more of those. So we'll put you on time lapse and do 8 more. I got the 10 small bundles made up. I don't know exactly how long that took. I can probably look back, but probably a half hour, maybe 3 minutes a piece, something like that, which isn't fast, but it's not that bad either. Not bad for my little jig here, and not every split in this basket is made for bundles. It's just small split maple. If it's not made for bundles, I usually set it off to the side. I'll use it for either kiln feed or in my own stash, take it to the boiler or something like that. So I think in the beginning I said this was all maple. It's not. There's box elder. There was a piece of walnut that I found so far, but mostly maple so far anyway. Get down in the back there, you can see it gets dark. There's some walnut and stuff back there. So with that, we're gonna switch gears. I got to see if I got some more wrap. I haven't made bundles in quite a while, so see if we got some more wrap, and we'll be back. All right, guys. So we changed the jig out. This is our bigger jig. This is what I first started making bundles with. I don't know the exact dimensions of it. It's just what I made initially. And I still sell these at my roadside stand. I'm trying to phase them out, but people actually seem to prefer the larger ones because they are a better value. So I probably won't get rid of them. I have no reason to. They are heavy, and they're basically almost double the wood, double the pieces in these from the 0.75 cubic foot ones. So the only difference here is because of the added weight, these I can't staple in the top. So what I do, I'm going to do it on this end, but I staple them on the end. And I usually don't go on the top piece. If I go down below, that keeps the weight dispersed on the plastic wrap. Keeps the bundles a lot tighter. So when I do that, again, the knot can't pull out. The staple can't really pull out because you're not even pulling against it. And it doesn't put extra stretch on the stretch wrap. So now I need 3 more of those large ones. I did run out of wrap when I was wrapping that last one. So here's the wrap that I get. And that comes from basically the local Walmart has it. The local Menards is where I get it. But I like this brand. I've tried some stuff from Amazon before, but I like this brand because the way it's rolled is you can use your index finger to keep some tension on that when you're rolling it. And it doesn't, the handles are good and it doesn't jump off the end of the roll. And if you've used these, I'm sure you've experienced that, but I think these are like $8 a roll or something. So they don't give them away, but you get quite a few bundles out of them. So I think it's worthwhile. And then I think what I want to address is, I think some of us, and me even to a certain extent, I think sometimes I'm too picky about the pieces that I put in the bundles. We all have our bundle grade splits, and as important, I mean, that's important to you. Who am I to say it's not or shouldn't be? But I tell myself it's firewood. It's firewood. What are they going to do with it? They're going to throw it in the fire. So I try not to worry too much. I mean, like this piece, I'm not putting that in. That'll go in my kiln for fuel for the kiln. But I try to tell myself they're throwing it in a fire, so it doesn't need to be pretty. It does need to stack up nice, and that the nicer the splits, the better that it stacks up, and that's true. But I think we all need to remember that it's going in the fire pit one way or the other, and you know, that's probably not a piece I want on top, but I'll throw that in a bundle if there's a spot where it stacks in decently, I'll throw that in a bundle. I don't care. So. And also, I don't label these big ones. I guess I'm not really sure why I don't. I sell them at my stands only, so they know, people that are coming to get them know where they're coming to, number one. And then number two, it's just kind of what I've always done. When I first started doing bundles, I didn't label them. So I didn't make special labels for these bigger ones. I usually could, but that's just more labels I have around and can screw up. So yes, for now I've decided not to do that. Only got one large bundle in here, and I saw those two for 15. And then we don't have any of the small ones up front here. And those I saw 3 for 20. So we need to load that up, and I am down one stack that's been gone a while, so we'll load that up one of these days too. But it's windy out here, so the phone's not going to sit on the tripod. It's just going to blow it over. So we'll be back in a second when we get these loaded. Okay, all loaded up. Yeah. And I'm just looking at this thing. It looks like I need to put some more sealer on her this year. Pretty surprised. I thought that would last longer than that. I've got more. And we need a new steering wheel. So, but other than that, the Firetruck is holding up pretty good. And on this side, we got our 12-inch Firewood and 2 loose stacks over here. So, we're just about ready for spring season. Alright guys, that is all I got for today. Like I said, still not feeling 100%, so we're probably going to take it fairly easy. Got a few other things I'd like to do, but in the wind, we're not going to be able to record that anyway. So we got the bundles made, we got the stand loaded, and that's going to be good for today. It's not very often that I get run down like I've been this week. So hopefully next week will be better. Spring is pretty much here. We got some nice weather coming, and the wind blowing today is drying things out pretty fast because we had rain Friday and Saturday. So the fact that stuff is already starting to show signs of drying out is pretty cool. So I think we're supposed to get some rain on Tuesday again, and then I'm not sure what after that. But truly appreciate you being here. We'll see you on the next one.